Good morning, I'm Ms. Deline with your almost daily oracle card from the Sacred Rebels Guidebook. Today's card is Receiving. You are so loved. Your every need is witnessed and responded to by the universe. However, you sometimes forget this. You become swept up in the momentum of habitual consciousness, and you forget to take a moment to stop, breathe, and be. In that moment, you can receive the love of the universe that is receiving you. It will nourish you with contentment and energy. You've not done this enough, so your soul is becoming parched and is drying out. Energy has been going out of you, but there is not enough coming back in. It is time to bring something back in for you. To receive and be received. You are being offered a chance for restoration now to feel nourished, cared for, loved. Accept it. You deserve it. Do you know how much joy the universe gains from being able to give to you? When you delight in what you receive, when you openly embrace a gift and are so happy with it, the universe is fully received by you. In this space, there's joyful communion between you and life. Energy flows more freely and magic happens. When you demur, saying you cannot accept, that is too great of a gift, or that you are not worthy, you are impeding that flow. You are inhibiting the communion, the connection, the playful interaction between you and the universe. Enough with the false modesty and guilt. You are a radiant sun in human clothing. An exquisite life experience is your birthright. Enjoy it. Soak it up, all of it, including the restoration of sacred rest. From that place of nourishment, you will more effortlessly create, live, and love with greater energy and thriving, pulsing passion. The earth rests each night so it can greet the sun again each morning with the spectacular living art of sunrise. Allow yourself to switch off, step away, close the laptop, switch off the phone, and just be with yourself for a little while. You will return and be more efficient and effective. Rest now, play now, and work later. Forget your worries for a while. Switch off. Do something else. Let it all go, and it will all flow. So I love this card. It's a great lesson about receiving. Often those of us who are givers have a hard time receiving. And what I try to teach people is that I talk to them and say, well, how does it make you feel to give someone else a gift? Well, it makes me feel happy. It makes me feel joy, right? And so I say, well, how do you think it makes someone else feel to give you a gift? And when you don't accept that gift, you're not allowing them to be happy and feel joy. And so it's a roundabout way coming in the back door, that allowing yourself to receive because you're helping someone else to feel good. Well, that's a start, right? Knowing that as you allow yourself to receive, you're allowing someone else to give and to feel good, just as you feel good when you give. So that's a start. And then the other thing is to give to yourself. Give yourself that time out that it mentioned, to switch off, step away, close the laptop. Some people have a hard time with that. They have a hard time with quiet, with alone time. And it seems that those who do need it more than anybody else, right? Because there's a reason that they don't want to be alone with themselves. There might be some wound they have that they don't want to look at, and it's not a conscious thing always. It's a subconscious thing or an unconscious thing. It's like, oh, I'm just so uncomfortable not being on the computer or not being, on watching TV or whatever. And so this talks a lot about the universe giving to you. And so it's about, receiving from the universe Do you know how much joy the universe gains from being able to give to you? So I thought the first thing that came to me when I read that sentence was that I thought, well, how does the universe give to me? Well, it gives me all the time, every day, all day long, but I have to, I want to open myself up to that. And meditation is a wonderful way to do that. And whether or not some of you meditate a lot, some of you meditate a little. It took me years to figure out that meditation wasn't just quieting your mind and going inside, emptying your mind and sitting there quietly with your eyes closed, like everybody tried to tell me, tried to train me, all these things. My mind is like always like this. And so I couldn't meditate, or what I thought was meditation. And then I finally figured it out. Everybody's different. For me, meditation is sitting quietly, and I do sit quietly, and I take some deep breaths, and I get in that space of allowance and just sitting quietly for a few minutes. I have had visions. I have had divine instruction come to me. Not every day, but often. I have had people who have passed on give me messages. I've had my spirit guides plan my divine feminine retreat for me. Like when I opened my eyes, I had to start writing things down, right? I have had spiritual initiations, and it's all just from sitting in my chair and not worrying about anything. If my mind starts thinking, then I start focusing on my breathing, right? I don't think I'm failing because my brain is going. The other way I meditate, I love this. I learned it at when I learned how to read Akashic Records. I was at a retreat on the Big Island, and it's a walking meditation. And that is where you go out into nature and by yourself, and it's quiet, or you can do it with other people, but make it a silent, a silent time. And walk in nature and just look at things. We walk, even if it's across our yard, we just walk, we're going from here to there. But when you're in walking meditation, you move more slowly, deliberately, and you look around, and you will see things that you wouldn't have seen otherwise. You will see things in nature. You'll see little things. You'll see maybe that flower bud that's just starting to grow, that you wouldn't have noticed before until it was a full flower, right? There's just so many things that you will open up to. That's a way of giving to yourself, taking that time for meditation, for a walking meditation, or sitting in your chair meditation surrounded by your whatever in your life. And I also have a timeout space in my room. I'm kind of that in my house, where I have crystals and beautiful things around me. And just being in it makes me feel good. And so that as you take that time for yourself, you're opening yourself up for the universe to give to you. When you're so busy doing, going, taking care of business, achieving whatever in your life, your brain is constantly, you're not, I call it being unconscious, because you're not allowing the divine universal energy to come in. You're using all of your energy to take care of business, okay? So this is a time for you to receive, for you to replenish, allow your energy to be replenished, and to allow the universe to to restore you, to give to you, to remind you that you are, how did it say it? You are the sun. You are a radiant sun in human clothing. Remember that. Have a wonderful day.